do a little 14. I'm gonna grab these new relic quest for the crafting gathering. It's stage 2 or 3 or stage 3 and 4 probably. Not sure. Riddle has good tidings to share. Oh boy. The stats suck, dude. I'd be pleased to know that our work is paying off. And when Mistress Moen coffers besides the lighting. Schematics and tools for the reports first. Hot coffee biscuits or something. What wonderful news. I put my heart into every strike of the anvil, of course. I'm rather worried about that the quality of my work might suffer when we begin on mass production. You heard the man. Coffee biscuits. Hot coffee biscuits. Your encouragement is much appreciated, Chaos Fire. I really must take more pride in my work, of course, and so should you, considering how much you've contributed to this endeavor. What's going on here? Your tools are masterworks in their own right, Miss Chorazoi. It's like Charizard almost. This is only natural that they are lauded as such. Our patrons have naught but praise for what you have wrought. Word of the tools' adaptive nature spread throughout Yulmore like wildfire. Connoisseurs from all over Nodrot lining up in droves to inquire about our next shipment. Yay! In fact, Mistress Moen has requested your presence in Yulmore to discuss further business opportunities. It seems she has in mind to introduce you one of our most influential patrons. Oh? Who's it be? Wicked white. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be invited to Yulmore of all places. It's an honor, really. It is, but you're quite sure she wants me there? Mistress Moen's a sharp one, lass. Long have I known her. She hasn't once steered me wrong. She means for us to take part in the next step of her grand designs. I reckon we oblige her. Yeah. Obliging her is perfectly fine. The thought of it still makes me twitchy as a Mord's tail. If we really are going, I'd feel at least a little out of place if our friend of Warrior of Darkness accompanied us. What do you say, Chaos Fire? You got it, chickadee. I'll follow you, hot blacksmith. She's a cute kitty. I have liked this story over some of the other ones, so I'm leading the way. Wow, look at all those people lined up. Giving someone this stink eye. Let me guess, you're after one of the boutique spendless tools? Ha! You and everyone in Nordvond, every skilled artist and worked their souls been clamoring for those tools that draw out their full potential, myself included. Really? It's good to see you, my friends. By expression I get the throng of artisans hungry for your handiwork makes for a warm enough welcome. She's so much better than Rowena. As you can see, we have no sort of patrons hoping to savor the fruits of your labor. Few can resist the allure of tools crafted by the Warrior of Darkness collaboration. And there are fewer still who would gainsay their efficiency. Our patrons were especially captivated by the adaptive properties you incorporated, and I have no doubt that your work shall remain a staple of the boutique for quite some time. As ever, let's consider what the success means for the future of the trade in Nordvond, and how these tools might revitalize our markets. To that end, I should like you to meet with our other patrons. If you'd follow me to the outer deck. Oh, don't say it's the Chai's. Just trying to remember who they were. The Chais. Although Mr. Chai is an artisan, so... there's a little frog coming our way. Look out, Mr. Smoen. Try to croak, you rusty bastard. Oh, I think you hit him a little hard, Grindal. Phew, didn't think a move I learned in one of them old and bloody odd dreams would come in handy. But if it means keeping the three of you safe and sound, that's all that matters. Huh. Now I think of it, Summit seems off in the way the Lugaba recharges. Maybe I can fix up some of its faulty mechanisms. I have one of those. I have a mount. I ride it around. Oh, this one doesn't have wheels. Whoa, it's flying! He gave it rockets. And done. With a few minor improvements to its movement capabilities, this little green wonder could fly just about anywhere. Who needs rust? Old mills weighing you down, eh? My humblest apology. That poor creature sat dormant in the dwarf stores for quite some time before I welcomed it into my collection. Precious as they may be, some antiques are simply bound to have more dust and rust than others. Is our patron? It's the Chai. But I must say, the rumors do not do your work justice, Master Grindal. Had I not known any better, I would just assume this iron frog was one of the door's newest models. Yep. It's the Chai's. What is she wearing now? Suppose this is opportune time as ever for introductions. It is my honor to present you Keshi Trao, collector of curios and friend of the boutique. Oh, she must be related to the Chais. She looks like Mrs. Chai, but with a mask on. Her generous assistance allowed us to procure the countless components required for our travails. The honor is mine, really. The city may be known for its pomp and circumstance, but you needn't place me on a pedestal. At the end of the day, we Yolmorians are sinners one and all. You see, during Lord Balthrie's reign, I went to great lengths to obtain oddities of all sorts, reveling in relics from a realm that once was. The baubles of the old world and their histories would be mine and mine alone, or so I selfishly believed. But our city is on the cusp of a great change. I feel must change with it. That my contribution might shape the future of Norvon is the most heartening prospect. I am more than happy to play my part for the boutique. Ugh. My prized possessions become beating hearts of this endeavor, and I could not have dreamed a greater purpose for them. They are the proverbial flame that would fuel your forges of the days to come. Yeah. Okay. That is to say, you do plan on honing those adaptive tools further, yes? If you wish to reach even loftier heights, I would be pleased to offer you the most priceless treasures I own. I assure you that's plenty to spare. Yes, ma'am. That would be wonderful, ma'am. I swear to put forth and craft some worthy of your priceless treasures, ma'am. Let's make it official then. As chairwoman of the Boutique of Splendors, hereby declare our newest venture underway. We shall forge superior tools to deliver us unto new frontiers and serve as a beacon of hope for our providers and builders. Or something. builders and providers or something like that. I can see now. A brave new age of tradesmen and tradeswomen. Inspired by trailblazing Mistal artisan who wrought her cherished dream to life with her companions. In order to bring this youthful inspiration to the fore, however, I propose a new name for this generation of tool, one that calls to mind the trailblazing Mistal herself. DoL her kindly offered to name the initial batch tools for the uni. 'Tis only fair I return the favor. What the? Splendid idea, dear Moen. Could not have said it better myself. What the? I beg your pardon? I very much appreciate the sentiment, but me? Hey, you, and if you're keen to improve this new batch of tools as you say, and I know you'll do a damn fine job of it, then you've earned the right to brand them as your own. Thanks, Grendel. Your enthusiasm was most encouraging, Miss Charizard. But you needn't fret. We have plenty of time before we must finalize such things. As our main matter of business is concluded, I recommend you bask in Yulmar's glorious sights before you depart. Perhaps serve as inspiration. There's no inspirations to be had in Yulmar. It's just like pretty place. Been here quite a few times. As for you, Cassfire, will you attend me a moment? There's another matter of business I wish to discuss at the receptions counter. Sure. I think I'm in trouble. I will take my leave with my frog. Are you gonna try and ride your frog? Oh my gosh, that poor frog. Poor frog. I mean, but they do have, the wheeled version, the mount version, you know, you got Rothgars and Roganits riding it, so. Alright, what you got for me, Moen? Our dear Grendel is quite chivalrous, is he not? Standing steadfast in the face of amphibious disaster. Ah. An image I shall not soon forget. But I do not request your presence simply to swoon. You understand. Your attendance at our dealings today was much appreciated. As the proposal to rebrand our tools was shocked to Miss Charizard, but I feel it necessary for her growth. Her ideas are a boon to us all. She must take the pride in the great success she has forged with you and Grendel. To feel like these works are truly hers. Knowing Grendel as I do, I am certain he'll be eager to lend his aid, but what of you? Ours is not easy work, but will you join us and lend your support to Charizard once more? Heck yeah! Excellent. You have my deepest gratitude, Cassfire. Fostering connections and collaborations to build a better Norvund is the true mission of the boutique after all. We would be honored to have your assistance. If I'm not mistaken, Grendel and Miss Charizard have already departed for the Crystarium. Send my regards, won't you? Okay. Back to the Crystarium. And then we go to the mead. Can't remember the last time I set foot in Yulmar. Couldn't even be arsed to visit a place when I lived a stone throws away. Then again, it was the right pain to come. To go anywhere for me from my underwater sanctuary. But enough of me mindless blathering. How'd you find the trip, Miss Charizard? Feeling refreshed after some time away from the meet? Better be. I want some good tools. I think I might be the opposite of refreshed, actually. I was so shaken up by the whole experience I could hardly enjoy it at all. Very kind of Mr. Moen to suggest naming our next tools after me, but I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I have the skills to become the beacon of hope she thinks I am. What in the world am I to do, Master Grendel? Make tools. Ha! Easy now, lass. First thing you'll you'll want to do is take a deep breath and some time to calm yourself, whether you think so or not. You do have the skills, and no matter which way you feel like taking this on, we'll be right there with you. Yep. That being said, Campfire, counting on your support. Together we'll forge up something that as will make the whole bloody realm want to take up the trade. Okay. do, do, do. Alright, Charizard. Third enhancement. It's Blacksmith. We have a monumental task ahead of us, Chaos Fire. If this tool is truly to be named after me, I must be sure to put my whole heart and more into its creation. When I originally suggested naming the tool after the boutique, I did so to commemorate Mrs. Moe's relationship with Master Grindel, but to think she would turn my proposal around on me like this. Hey, what is this about me and Mistress Moen? Oh, nothing of important, really. It's just that you both have a very diligent working relationship. Yes, that. So diligent, in fact, that I should really learn from your example and give my utmost effort for these next steps of the project. Moen says, good job, thanks for visiting. Have you been taking those deep breaths to last? You keep on panicking like a dwarf who lost their beard. Your nerves prevent you from showing your true colors on the forge. You need to relax first, then hammer away. And remember, your tools have already met with critical acclaim from the boutique. They send a pile of orders the size of Mount Golgave, but few smithies get the opportunity to make gold more golden than that. Now's the time for action, and for the mean as our witness, will shape your tools into something special. Not to mention, we've got the support of Mrs. Queshy Child this time, and who knows what sort of rarities she'll be providing with components that are remarkable. We got the potential to craft something the world ain't never seen before. You're absolutely right, Master Grindel. I'll do my very best not to let you down, of course. But we should really be able to forge tools, items that rare. I promised Mistress Queho I would, but I... Queshy Chow, I would, but I... began to have my doubts. Listen, Charizard, you'll be fine. Hey, it's possible, but when you're working with new materials, you always need to keep a sharp eye on it. Not only should you incorporate familiar components to keep your plans growing right, but you should also observe how these new items alter the forging process as a whole. Once you learn how to utilize them to your advantage and shape them into something that satisfies you, the tools naturally take on features and flourishes that make them uniquely yours. Yeah, Charizard. Now, I may have helped you sort things out for our first tools, but this time I want you to craft all by yourself, from concept to creation, so to speak. No project comes without its challenges, but I know you'll design something what you'll be proud of to call your own. Yeah, Charizard, you got this. You really are the best team I could ask of. I suppose all that's left to do is get to work. Let's see. For this project, I'll need a healthy supply of customized blacksmith's components. The boutique can supply those, of course, but they need something equally valuable. In this case, a shipment of connoisseurs samurai blades. What the frick? Carefully crafted by our one and only warrior of darkness. If I may, I've been entrusted from Master Keshi Chao regarding our trade goods. Why don't you read it? Perhaps you wish to prove your promises of fighter. I shall share the secrets of several bounties forgotten by time. From them you may gather to your heart's content. Anything you obtain in these areas may be ethereally reduced into components you require for your tools. Doing so may allow you to obtain what you seek faster, if I can provide, in fact. Of course, it's perfectly acceptable to exchange the components as normal, So you're welcome to gather your supplies however you wish. I look forward to hearing you tell success in Yolmore and beyond. Keshi Chow. I am heartened to know that Miss Chow has placed so much in her trust to your endeavors. As you say, to collect the components required for a gathering tool, you may be the same materials used by the boutique. That covers the main task mission. Everything else is just the same as remember to use your tool during the process in our stores. No time at all. Deliver your wares straight to Kinaha. She will provide us the components you'll seek usual stock anywhere. Rather than regularly to MasterCard, I know how much I'll be asking you, so there's no rush. Once you've got exactly what we need, bring it to me. Along with your tool, we'll forge up something extraordinary. Yeah. You have to have the tool equipped. Alright. First things first. Off-duty fighting. Active log. Side quests. Wondrous tools. Oh yeah, so we got two. Alright, so we have to do... How many you want? 90. Raw material list. Trade goods. Should the same 3 to 1s. Yeah, so 3. I need to make 3 of these. Let's see. White exchange. This what we get. I just need to get the rest of this stuff. Computer, I barely do. That's what the collectible says on it. So, depending on where your crafters and gatherers are, you can gather the materials yourself. Or probably get them off the market board. $35 of this. Peter. Tin and iron are easy. The dolmen, I mean, they're all pretty easy to do. Dolmen iron is in the Ruby Sea, if I remember right. If you're mining, make sure to utilize your skills and abilities. Get the most out of all. Hey look! It's our little friend. There it is. 84 left. Dang, I should have saved it. Do this instead. Never know when you'll get a 4, a 2, or just the 1-to-1s. So you can enable your quick gathering for this. I don't put it on because you can't use your abilities while you're doing it. So quick gathering will just straight up, however many strikes you got, you get. So the standard is 4. This is giving, so. So, you know, there'd be 4 straight quick gathering hits. You know, you just hit it one. You just hit the button on which one you want. I stopped using it quite a while ago. One, if I only need like a couple items off of a node, I can just grab the couple. 2, I could use all my abilities on my hotbars. The only relic that I do not have up to level 2 right now is the fishing one, because the fishing one is annoying as heck. Eventually I'll get it done. Eleven more. Three. 5, 6, 3. See, this would be a case where I could just go and so if I had quick gather on, I would be able to gather just 3 of them off the node. So I'd have to stop. The other thing I can do is I can always switch to another item if you don't have quick gather on. Got it. Redland. Oh, that's the Shaw one. I was thinking it was the Ruby Sea, but no, this is the one all around the mine. Some of them are down, and some of them are up. We need 120 of these. These are the 2 materials that will take the long. Ooh. I got a good ways down on that node. This is probably the slowest part. So I would buy extra. I would grab extras and you can put them on the market board. By this point, you know, it's all variable on the person and whatnot. But most crafters also have their gatherers level. I have, but no, not everyone does them both. Not everyone does every crafter. But these are all, they should all be blacksmith crafts. So they used to have HQ items. They took those away, but they gave you at the beginning of 6.0. They gave it so that you could get the HQ is so that percent like this one where you see it says percent that bottom number used to be the chance of hitting an HQ item. Now it is a percent chance of getting an extra item. Oh, and if I had done quick gathering, I couldn't have done those 2 extra steps there because it would have just gone straight into gathering. Look, it's bloody. I'll use my FC. Should just need 4 after this. It's over here. Lost track of the nodes. Nope, I'm way out past the nodes. Oh, it's on this side. So those kind of form like a little triangle piece. There we go. Perfect. Because, yeah, like I said, if I didn't have a gather on, I couldn't have just switched over to fire crystals. Gathering method. Let's see. Iron's in the same area. I got bones. These here, you'll, in the lower areas, if you're a higher level, you like almost always get the extra out of them. Usually. I found that percentage is usually higher. Oh. The tin and iron, you can usually sell these on the market board. I mean, most of these materials you can sell on the market board just as is, because people will buy them up. It should just be... Oh, it's only... Oh, that's right. The iron ore is only over here. Of these. Six more. Now, if you look at my mini map up here, you'll notice that as I go through, the new nodes will respawn in. After you clear the node, after you clear a certain number of nodes, the new ones will spawn up. So after I clear this node, a second one will appear, as you can see. So it's always a good trick to know. Back to Mysterium. Blacksmith. Go here, crafting log. This was the one. And then we go here. This. Okay, that's a goldsmith, actually. So you could use quicksynth on this. And craft that way. The thing with quicksynth is you can't guarantee HQs. And the best way of these to make sure that you hit the what you need is to have as many HQs as possible. Get the highest quality. Because otherwise you just run around and gather way too much. So we're going to time skip, and I will finish crafting these. When we get back, we'll be ready for the next step. Okay, time skipped forward quite a bit. I got bored and did a couple other things as well. But here we are on the last two of our first one. My boredom resulted in other things. Basically trying to prep for the next one as well. That was going to take a bit more. You can only pound on an animal so long. When you're generating 30 of these, it's like... yes, with 30 individual components, it's about 90 components, you're looking at a good amount of time, honestly, to do this. You could cheat and buy it off the market board if you're not into the all this. I would recommend buying the HQs. I don't know if you saw it on here. So I have both the pewter and the Orish game ingot, both HQ, and it's starting me at, at 602 collectability. So that's a much shorter collectability line that you have to fill in. Making things a little bit easier on your quality to hit your max quality. Takes about a minute on my current rotation macro that I'm using to do this. The macro I'm using, it's the one I used for the currency sprint for collectibles, recipes for this stuff. The soft silver and that level. So for the most current gear pieces. So once you've got all your pieces made, 30 of them, hopefully they're all 1204 each. It's 1200 or higher to get level 3, but might as well shoot for 1204. You just come here and you go click, 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 click. Trade them all in. And of which... Oh wait, we gotta switch. There we go. Take your relic off of your character. And then come back and talk to Charizard. I did you could manage to carry all this at once. Suppose that's a topic of conversation for another day. Rest assured that your hard-earned materials are in good hands. I may need to take a few of those deep breaths Master Grindel mentioned before I start. I can do this. I can. Well, I'll be an Ondo's uncle. I had a feeling Mistress Queshy Trow wasn't your average collector, but these components are good quality, and I can't say that about a great many things. If all goes well, and I'm sure it will, you're going to be willing to complete a miracle of a tool, I tell you. Well, I suppose it's time we pay our visit to the facet of forging. The facet of forging would be a little wet. Sit tight a moment, cast fire, and you'll have your new and improved tool in no time. And they walk off, and you just hear the hammer in the background. As my new tool gets built, now to apply the coat of oil. Then one last finishing touch, just like you taught me, Master Grendel. Here goes nothing. You broke it. It sounded like it got broken. And then it was finished. And apologies for the wait. Your tool is finally complete. Were you figuring out the macro or something? And a right fine tool it is. You worked that finishing coat of oil damn near perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself. So, what's it look like? Give me my dang hammer! I thought I might buckle under the pressure at first, but I believe the personal touches I added worked out rather well. Now you know the tradition, Castfire. Please hold up it up for all to see. Ooh, looks I like it a little bit. I'm like, great. Hey, not a single flaw in it. This tool's more than worthy of your name. Right. The name. I hope you're working on your very own masterpiece. Charizard's crystalline crossbeam hammer. Moniker that'll ring out and change the face of trades as we know it. You've done well, lass. How do you like Castfire? Feels like magic in your hands, eh? Wouldn't go that far. I get the feeling you're not done with it yet. I suppose there's no hiding it. Is there? Don't worry, we got plenty of improvements yet ahead of us. Now I've come this far, I can't help but reflect on when I started. When I was but a girl, I chanced upon a kettle crafted by Master Grindel. The moment I laid eyes on it, I decided right then and there I wanted to be an artisan. Simple though the design was, the maker's mark carved upon it excluded a sense of dignity and passion I've never felt before. It was as if it spoke to me that the kettle itself had a fervent wish to be used by those who heated it upon their hearts. Now, all these years later, I've carved my own into the world. My younger self would never have dreamed of opportunity, and yet here I am. May this tool speak to the bearer's creative spirit, just as Master Grindel's kettle spoke to me. So this is phase 3. Then she'll have another one. I want to see. Put it on sprint. Nope, we don't even have it in inventory. Yeah, like I said, we're working on other stuff. Alright. I'm going to prepare this right now. So, 12 buddy. So this is higher craftsmanship control. I don't know if I... But then I have all my materials, so I have to figure out what that is. So I have 7 plus 27 plus 18 plus 28 is... Way did that roll? Plus. So I got 1298 on mine right now. So it's 70 control higher, or 70 craftsman higher, but control is a little bit better on this hammer. It's okay. Let's talk to Charizard. Castfire, allow me to thank you for your help thus far. I doubt we'd gotten to this point without you. I'd taken some more time to ponder over our progress. Crafting a tool with my name on it has been surreal, to be sure, but I do believe it's given me a healthy dose of confidence as an artisan. Hey, you've come a long way, Miss Charizard. You got more in common with your tools than you think. Endless potential for starters. The forge was your canvas, and you utilized the components to paint it with your own colors, so to speak. That's a sign of a smithy which knows her crafts and more. But know you're eager to get back to it and enhance your tools to the fullest, which is why I'm planning to entrust you with some of my special techniques. If you learn them well, your next tool might even rival my own. You mean it, Master Grindel? I truly humbled by the offer. But are you sure I'm ready for this? Yes. No, I must keep hesitating. I am ready for this. That's the spirit, lass. You may be reaching uncharted territory, but we're in this together. As long as we collaborate, there ain't nothing in this world you can't craft. Right, I won't let you down. It's thanks to all of you that I've been able to grow and thrive as much as I have. I promise to repay that debt and be the best artist I possibly can be. Now then, Campfire, we got a lot of work ahead of us. So I think it's time we get down to business. With every enhancement comes the customary components after all. For our next phase of the project, we need to be helping a brilliant blacksmith's components. I'm sure you're aware the boutique won't simply give those out for free. We'll need to provide something equally extraordinary, such as a supply of connoisseur's chandeliers carefully crafted by our one and only warrior of darkness. I'm sure you're itching to get started, but make sure to keep my tool equipped while you're out and about. Once I observed how it reacts to your work, I should be able to optimize this upcoming round of improvements. You can deliver your wares straight to Quidana. She'll provide us the components we seek from your usual stock. Any questions? Please direct them to Master Grendald. Alright, time to skip forward. We're down to 2 final ones left. There's one thing I did find about doing the chandelier. At least on these 3, you want at least 2 of these to be HQ. I came up short on 1 from the max while I was doing 2, 1. I did 1, 1, 1. So 2 HQ, 2 normals, 1 HQ, and it came out short. The only way you could probably get around that is if your character has a high control value to them. They may get the quality up there. I don't know if your progress will get there. My progress comes up short even with my current macros. I have to do 1 more step afterwards. So those are things you might want to look at, depending on if you're using macros or not. Your steps, how you're stepping, and how you're moving. And my control's not low. As you can see, if I go here, craftsmanship 4260, control 3955. That's with the food on. I think the food's not adding much, but food is adding plus 26% CP, control plus 5%. So that there's a little bit of control coming out from the food. Just to note to there. So when you're looking at this second one, or step 4 basically, when you're doing the crafted one, you're going to want to look at that control piece itself. You may want to put more control. You could use craftsman drafts. Let's see if I have any drafts. So you have this one here, commanding craftsman draft, adds 3% control. You could utilize that. You know, you have the couple different drafts options that you could use to, I think it's control. Let's see, or else it's achieved single synthesis. Yeah, quality zone control. So you're gonna, you want to look at those numbers and other things there while you're doing this, just to make sure that you're able to get these if you want them at, you know, the 13 or higher. Otherwise, you'll have to craft 90 of them versus 30, 30 of them. You know, or if you're getting a few up there, you know, you're gonna be crafting somewhere between 30 and 90. I have 31 because of that, where I had 2 normal quality, 1 HQ, where I didn't quite make my number, and I'll show you when I get down to the bottom of my collectabilities where I actually ended up on that. But you'd be like, okay, I was, you know, part of this is RNG on your collectability numbers. When it comes to control, yes it is, but it's better to guarantee certain controls versus others. As you can see, I had an 1169, and that only trades for 1 item. That's what I said, you could either, you know, so if I go here, I got 91 of these. Because of that one, you know, I trade that one just for, you know, to show. But, so that's one thing to take into effect on this crafting piece here. There's our professional procurer. I can hardly begin to express how grateful I am for the work you've done. Though something tells me you'd prefer to rid yourself of these components before I start singing your praises in earnest. You can hand over those over with your tool. Can't read in general, so don't worry about on screen. You truly are one of a kind, Chaos Fire. You've been hard at work with our share of preparations as well. So I guarantee you'll be more satisfied with your new tool once we're finished with it. While you're out collecting your wares, Miss Charizard here was studying my secret techniques. Picked them up real quick too. She won't steer your tool wrong. Ye have my word. Ardell has like this southern style of way of speaking. Southern US. Let me put it that way. Southern US style. Let's see here. Yes, everything appears to be in order, which means it's high time we made our way to the fast enough forging. We should too long, so stay right there and our work will be done before you know it. Charizard, she has a much more proper way of speaking. You know, you get two different style of speaking types here. Pretty cool that they tie those in. You could tie it to high class, low class, but as well. It's finally time for all the important finishing touches. Although Charizard was not high class, so if it's a beacon of hope Mistress Moen wants, then it's a beacon of hope she'll get. One that will shine like Master Grandalt's kettles. One as bright as the very star Chaos Fire fought so tirelessly to return to us. Oh, man. Shadowring story there. I love that callback. Wicked White, that was exhausting. But I'm proud to say you'll be wielding my greatest masterpiece yet. That being said, you'd best take care of it. Now that she's mastered me forging techniques, Miss Charizard's work truly is as good as my own. Go on then, hold it aloft and take a gander for yourself. Give me my dang hammer. Ooh! I like this one. I like the spinning crystals and stuff on it. Very nice hammer. For this enhancement, I wish to balance form and function, and Master Grandalt's techniques allow me to do just that. Not only is my newest creation a feast for the eyes, it also adapts to the whims of the willing, just as well as its predecessors. Hearing that makes my heart swell with pride, it does. Still, I know my methods better than anyone, and pure oil alone don't make a tool shiny the way yours does. What was on your mind when you pieced this together? Well, to be honest, my heart was in a bit of a jumble, but... Hey, it's Mistress Moen. I see I've arrived at the most fortuitous time. You have outdone yourself once again, Miss Charizard. Mistress Moen, what brings you here? Tool. When word reached of your most recent exploits reached Gilmore, it was only a matter of time before my curiosity compelled me to know that to make the journey here, Mistress. Pesci Tower was equally intrigued by the news, so I thought it prudent to receive first-hand report for what our dear patron as well. Truly odd, because we just finished stage 4 and she already heard, so she must have heard of stage 3. She must have heard me or finished stage 3 and we're on stage 4. Wait, that was it? That's what was on my mind when I was forging the tool. Oh. The kettle? As it turns out, I found my muse in them enchanting eyes. The thousands of kettles I forged to capture the cultivating queen was set beyond the smithy's past. Are you kidding? He became a master smith because of kettles. Teapots. Well, kettle. Used it for warming water, and you could do other stuff in there too. But I recalled the moment Master Grandalt spoke of his kettles in front of us. It's because of those very kettles that I became the artisan I am today. The ardent wish he carved onto his every work, his maker's mark, is because he was inspired by you that I took interest in the forge, Mistress Moen. Your enduring bond is why we are standing here now, blazing a new trail of hope for Dormon's trades. Ooh, interesting. The two of you, your kettles and my inspiration, you were all bound together from very first, whether you knew it or not. As luck would have it, Chaos Fire came to our aid, providing the push we needed to unite our disparate dreams. The connections we've forged now shine through in this very tool, the brilliant maker's mark to represent us all. In my deepest gratitude, Mistress Moen, I would never have thought to name these tools for myself, yet in doing so, I feel as though I could reach even greater heights in my craft. Hear, hear, spoken like a true master. All I did was bring out the potential that ye always had in ye. But small as my part was, I'm right honored to have played it. You did me proud, lass, and I reckon you'll keep doing the same. That means the world to me, Master Grindal. Thank you so much. That was cool. Time to compare stats. Ah, nothing between Grindal and Bowen yet. What? There's another mission? Let's first look at the stats. Inventory. Alright, so this one now is 1232, control 655, CP7. So it's 46 lower than what I am on my highest item. And the way you can see is place this in my armory chest. Character, recommended gear, the indicator, my indicator crossbeam is still up there. This is rather interesting. You will have to repair gear during this process. I repaired gear at one point. You will have crafted enough that you'll probably want to repair your gear. Just gonna put that one out. Grindal is itching. Wow, I wonder what this is. La vie boa. La vie boa. I tell you, there ain't nothing more fulfilling than watching me apprentice. Find success, even if my own contributions in the end were but a few words of encouragement and some lessons on maneuvering. You did a damn fine job as well, Chaos Fire. After all the blood, sweat, tears, and components you poured in this on our behalf, we owe you more than just a thank you. And a pat on the back. I reckon it's high time we raise a glass to you both in celebration. Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea, Master Grindal. I'll be glad to have a bit of respite, but I thought you weren't partial to hells and brews or whatnot. Are you sure you'll be alright? You've got a good memory, lass, but this celebration ain't for me now, is it? The important part is that you get out there and enjoy yourself. They serve a mean purple carrot juice at the Wandering Stairs that'll do me just fine. That's funny, because Grindal, his reverse, I forgot what his name is. Birgit. I think it's Birgit. Or, the one on the source. Our guy on the source. I forgot what his name is. He's a heavy drunk. Grindal doesn't drink. It's the exact opposite. Speaking of which, are the two of you ready to head on down? If I'm remembering right, Mrs. Bowen should be finished with your usual dealings at Musica Universalis right now. So we may as well ask her and Quinoa to join us. But what if Quinoa, how's she going to help everyone else if she joins us? Ahem. I'd like to propose a toast. We've been down a very long, and dare I say, splendorous road together. We've forged incredible tools as well as lasting friendships. And I couldn't be more grateful for everyone's support. Today we have more than earned the right to eat, drink, and be merry. Well, that's not the last step. Or what do we get? Carrot juice? 2? As everyone knows, the warrior of light does not drink. Aha, a sight for me sore eyes. Haven't attended a gathering like this in ages. Reminds me of the night we met, eh? The stairs was full of folk from all corners of the realm, yet it seemed it were just the two of us. I can't rightly recall how many nights we spent like that, chatting about our hopes and dreams. To think we would find ourselves here once again. 'Twould seem the fates are kinder than I imagined. The day you departed on that long journey of yours, I feared I had forever lost my rough-spoken smith. Mistress Bowen. I choose to walk the smithy's path so I could become the man with which you'd be proud of. I haven't a single bleeding regret about my progress as a craftsman, but I've never forgiven myself for leaving you waiting on a Euromore terrace all these years. I wouldn't be surprised if you resented me for it. Oh, wow. 'Tis all in the past, Grendel. Never once have I resented you for your actions. I could never do such a thing. Oh, Mistress Moa, there's something I've been too afraid to tell you all these years, and I can't hide it any longer. I love you. Everyone stopped. Is this what I think it is? Strike while the iron is hot, Master Grendel. This is your moment, Mistress Bowen. Really, you two? Mistress Bowen, my dear Mistress Bowen, I... Everyone's cheering, and you just kind of sit there on the edge of your... What's up with the glowy crap? Uh-oh. He passed out. That's what the glowy stuff was. Yeah, alcohol. Wait a moment. Is this wine? Has Master Grendel been drinking this instead of his purple carrot juice the whole time? Uh-oh. My dear, sweet Grendel, you haven't changed one bit. Since that day you held your hammer aloft in the pursuit of greatness, you have filled my heart with hope and pride. And in time, I pray that you gain the courage to lay bare this secret you hold so close. So there'll definitely be another part in 6.55, which is our next piece. Oh, look, it's his kettle. That looks like the Thermitage symbol. He feels like me not being full of sea slugs. I can't remember a bleeding thing. But Miss Charizard tells me a lot. A lot of you had to drag me sorry ass back to the mead. I take her Mistress Bones made for Yomar already. I'm afraid so. She did say she was turning the Crystarium when next the opportunity arose. I'm sure you have plenty of time to chat with her then. History repeats itself, and it's getting a cruel sense of humor. A long time ago, Mistress Mona and I attended a similar banquet. I placed my flagon of juice down for nary a second. When I picked it back up to take a sip, I woke the next day with a violent headache and a sour smack of wine in my mouth. Listen to you younger folks. Never forget where you leave your juice. Very good note to have. But embarrassing anecdotes aside, there's work to be done. Miss Chorzoi tool must have exceeded the boutique's expectations, but something tells me it's hiding more potential behind that ready lead. Call it a Smitty's intuition. Can't say what lies beyond the horizon. If we draw out your tools full of adaptive abilities, we may as well be forging works fit for the gods themselves. It's rather interesting because of your meeting in the Alliance raids. Be grueling work, but there's no one better suited for the challenge than my earnest apprentice. I'll make sure your faith in me is not misplaced, Master Grendel. That's what I like to hear. For now, it's back to the drafting phase for us. We'll need all the time and provisions we can afford. I reckon we'll have our hands full for a while with the preparations, but when our plans are fully ironed out, you'll be the first to know, Chaosfire. Until then, stay sharp, and may your tools be your guiding star. Stroke of Brilliance. Anything good with that achievement? Complete the class Lavia Moed, which is there, and then Respond to the Hammer. Cool. Ah, I do have to say I'm enjoying this one more than the Sources story. I mean, you have Rowena and I forgot what his name is. Rendalt? I had to go figure out what the guy who were married had falling out and other stuff, blah blah blah. And they have this ill between them. Whereas on the reverse, in the Source, it's the complete different. The complete reverse. Geralt, who has this, loves to drink, and who loves to drink, and oh, I should have been going here. Go back here. Who loves to drink and had his falling apart with Rowena and Grendalt. We had this cute love story going on, which is, you know, I really enjoy it. And then we have our Charizard, who's just learning to do new things. Oh, so if you go here, and we go here, so we need, so customize my components. So if you like, you got 1,000 for perfect collectability and 579.99. Those will show up when you're hitting the nodes. But if you go by gathering method, we'll be going out. You'll go out here to stay. Quick, easy way to find it. And that's 210 of those. And at the same time, you have the ice crystals that you have to gather. So with your gathering, you've got those two to do there. With your crafting, it looks like it's 90/90. So much better than I think it was 91/20. And yeah, these are very easy to find. You just go to your crafting log, splinters, tools. So if we were to grab, if I just go check his side quest, splinters, tool. Hey, look, manganese ore, charm red ingot. Cool. So those are really used. Same thing here. It's very easy list once you get to know how to move around in it. Computer, mega silver, star quartz. Oh geez, I reuse a lot of this stuff. That's good. Yeah, so I mean, I hope the leather one's not too bad. Mara leather, silk, finishes. That's just leather takes a bit. Either you buy it or you make it. But getting it, you're either going to use fades to get your bicolor gems, or you got to go kill a whole bunch of Kumbaras and Affinitroses. It's just the only way around those ones. Apollo down, I think, is also a you can get that as bicolor gemstone. Bait farm for leather. But I mean, Fate Farm, you get you other stuff too. I mean, when we did this, if you go to your challenge, look at the challenge log, is brand new set for today. I finished craft 30 items, craft 20 high quality, and then gather 100 times. In fact, trigger gathering boom. So I got 4 of these completed just by doing this. Just this quest. So if you do this once a week, crafting and gathering for it, you would get these 4 available to you every time. And you can do it once a week because we've got several weeks until 655. So don't stress that you got to get it done now. There's time. And that's all about, I mean, you get your crafters and your gatherers, so I mean, we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 11 total. I mean, you do one a week, that's 11. It's 11 weeks of time. Or you can do craft with gather. You know, I do need to get this. Probably gonna end up working on that throughout the week, but yeah. So, you know, that's kind of the breakdown of this, you know, stages 3 and 4. I wish I had grabbed 1 and 2 at the time, but I hadn't thought of it. Hadn't been building this stuff up at that time when I first had these, so yeah, that's stages 3 and 4. And thanks, you know, if you stuck to the end with some of my ramblings and stuff. It is going to take time. It does take you time to do all those. It's taking me about a minute per to create the chandelier and the other items. The other stuff, 30 seconds to a minute as well. I mean, you deal with 30 of each. 30, 30, 30. That's 90 minutes plus another 30 is 120. I put 15, so 135 minutes just for the, about 135 minutes just for the parts. And then you got 230, so another 60 minutes for the other. So you're looking at about 195 minutes total. And that doesn't count crafting yet. Gathering, that is just crafting by itself. Depending on what your process for gathering is going to be, is going to depend on what you will have, how you're going to handle the next part. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and catch me in one of my other gaming videos, or, you know, as I come up with something new for Final Fantasy XIV, catch me there as well.